Welcome. So I would like to invite Auntie Christy to come to the front, please. I have a great privilege to introduce the people who are doing the mission in focus this morning for us, and it's our primary class. So, Auntie Christy, do you mind just?
Yes.
Yeah. So, Auntie Christy, for those of us, most of us know you, but can you tell us what you actually do in our church, like especially relating to primaries and the work that you do for the church?
Yes, happy Sabbath, everyone. I have had the privilege, this is my second year now, of leading our primary Sabbath school. So that's our children aged from 7 till 9, which is a very fun, active age group. And we're really enjoying learning more about Jesus in our church. And what else do I do?
That's all
bit of
very
music,
good.
That's it.
So it's actually, you didn't say much about the music, your involvement in music in the church as well that you do. What about that part of your service?
True, but we're not here for that this morning.
But you do. That's also what you do. So thank you. Auntie Christy does a lot of piano playing for us and organizing the songs, helping Christian as well. So thank you for what you do. So now, I love this age of the kids. I can't wait to hear what you guys have prepared for us for Mission in Focus this morning. All over to you.
Thank you so much. Okay, well, it's a privilege for us to come and share in our mission focus today. Thank you, Auntie Liz, for inviting us to share. It's interesting because when you think of outreach, you normally think of going out to another country as a missionary, or even here at home, going and mowing someone's lawn and tidying up their house. Well, at the beginning of last year, Uncle Vlad had our first Sabbath School Council meeting, and he challenged each Sabbath School division to become involved in outreach. And I was thinking, what can we do as 7 to 9-year-olds? What would be something that is age appropriate for them to do, but also something that gives them a profound sense of what it means to serve? So we wanted to do something, and we put our thinking caps on. We prayed, and I had heard about a project that another church in our conference was doing, where they were putting care packages together for volunteers at the Logan hospital, and the kids were doing that. So I thought, well, maybe we could do something similar. And so looked around and see if we could find some recipients, and I called up the local fire brigade, which is the one down here on Chambers Flat Road. Turns out it's the Chambers Flat Rural Fire Brigade, and they're full of volunteers. There's about 30 of them. And so I called them up and I said, hey, would you like us to do this? Put a care package together, a little package to say thank you for your service and thank you for what you do for our community. And he said, yes, that would be wonderful. So we got to work doing that. And as you're going to see, our primaries love to serve. And so the journey of service began for our primaries. So the first step was we needed to decide what we wanted to give them and what we wanted to do for them to say thank you. So here's a picture of the bag of little goodies that we ended up with. And I'm going to ask some of the primaries to come up in a minute and explain to you the things that we made and put in the bags. But the first one I'm going to tell you about, and that's that we made a little thank you card for each of the volunteers. So we chose some coloured card, and on the front we coloured in the logo of the Rural Fire Brigade, and inside we wrote our names, and we also wrote a little note just thanking them for what they do in our community and for being so brave. And then on the back, we actually stuck an invitation to come and visit our church anytime. So I'm not sure if that's happened, but they've got the information there anyway on the times we meet and also the Facebook page. So, we've been praying for them ever since, and you never know if one of them might want to come along one day. Okay, now I'm going to call up Cara I think it's Cara. Yeah, come on up. Cara's going to tell you about these special little things we made here. Her.
We wanted to make the volunteers a keyring that they could take with them on their job, remind them to be brave. We made them by threading beads into some string, folded over the keychain and tying a double knot at the end. The message that we made on the keyring said, "Love my job, on duty, courage, I care, I serve, and I help."
Yeah, that was a fun one. And it took a couple of weeks to get that done. But, it gave them an opportunity to be creative and also to do something really knowledgeable, really encouraging, rather, for the firefighters. Okay, something else that we did were these bookmarks. Now I'm going to call Caleb Walker up and I'm going to ask him some questions about these bookmarks. Caleb, why did we decide to put bookmarks in the bags?
We didn't know if the volunteers knew about Jesus, so we wanted them to know, tell them that Jesus loves them.
And what did the bookmarks have on them?
Bible verses.
Yeah. And how did you make them look pretty? What did you do to them?
So we coloured in the bookmarks and we had a Bible verse and we laminated them so they would last longer.
And we also prayed, right, that the right Bible verse would go to the right person. And Caleb, could you read just one of the Bible verses that was on one of those bookmarks for us?
I can do all things through Christ, that Him who gives me strength.
Amen. Yeah. We just pray that, we're not sure if these people are Christians or not, but we just wanted to encourage them with a Bible verse. Okay, now you might recognise some of these if you've been in Adventurers, but I'm going to get Evelyn to come up and to tell us all about these little jars.
The jar candles we made were left over from the Adventurers Outreach Project, and Auntie Tash kindly donated the extras so we could make them for the firefighters. We stuck coloured pieces of tissue paper to the jars with special glue, which turned clear when it dried. Then we put an LED tea light and candle inside. We wanted to show them that God is always with them, especially in dangerous situations. So we glued a QR code onto the lid, and when you scan the code, it comes up with a Bible verse from Isaiah 43 verse 2, which says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze."
And apart from the things that we had fun making over a quarter, we also decided to put some little goodies in there to give them strength and energy for their shifts. So you can see there, we added a bottle of water, an Up and Go, a tea bag, a noodle bowl, and a muesli bar. And I'll just show you some of the pictures of the kids putting these items in the bags. This was a really fun day that we had assembling them. And then when that was done, we knelt down and had a special prayer over the people who would receive the bags. And we've been praying for them ever since. Summers are very unpredictable, and we didn't know if they would be called out to fight whatever was in store for them. So we just prayed over their safety, we prayed over their salvation, and we prayed over their mental health as well. And so then came time to go and take the bags to the brigade. Now this happened in November last year. They meet on a Saturday afternoon and on a Tuesday night. So we organised to go one Tuesday evening to go and see them. And actually it was a very busy night for them. I think a few crews were out fighting about 3 fires in the area that night. So we only got to meet some of them. But there are some of them and some of their trucks. Here they are coming out to meet us, and they had big smiles. They were quite surprised. And the kids were able to go up to them and give them the bags and thank them for their service. We're also blessed to receive an educational talk on the parts of the fire engine and what everything is. And as you can see, Cara in the pictures, she's holding some little presents that they gave us as well. Little fire safety games and rulers and things, which was a blessing for the children as well. And a highlight was the kids being able to go inside one of the fire engines with some strict instructions. And then they all got a high five afterwards. And there we are, just with a couple of the firefighters there. They were really blown away. They were really surprised. They were really blessed to receive these packages. And they thanked us later on Facebook. And, it's an ongoing thing. This is just a small outreach project that we did. We may not know any of the outcomes until we get to heaven, but we keep praying for them. And, maybe one day the things that we made for them might be a blessing to them. And you can see on the photos there, the smiles on the children's faces were priceless, and they were really excited to be involved in it. And we found out, they really love to serve. So we're going to plan on doing another outreach project this year. We're not sure what will be yet or who we will bless, but it was really rewarding for us all. And the message we'd like to leave you with this morning is that you're never too young or too old to be a missionary. I'd like to encourage each Sabbath school class, as Vlad challenged us last year, to become involved in something meaningful, especially the kids' ones. I've been so blessed to see my faith in action through this. And I just keep being reminded of the Bible verse from 1 Timothy 4 verse 12. Let no one despise your youth, but be an example to the believers in word, in conduct, in love, in spirit, in faith, in purity. So let's support our kids in the church, and let's encourage them to keep being a blessing to others. Sharing Jesus could be as simple as giving someone a bookmark with a Bible verse, or it could be as complex as serving in an overseas mission field. But if we are still breathing, God has given us all the ability to share his love in some way. It just takes a little bit of effort. So we've been blessed in primary to be a blessing, and we'd just like to encourage everyone to become creative and to share Jesus as well. Thank you. Have a happy Sabbath.